Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Rent Right Radio Hour. You've got me, Mr. Tyler, and Mr. Bill Adams himself.
How you doing, Tyler?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great today. Beautiful day.
Yeah, it was a little chilly this morning.
Yes, sir. Grass is growing, and the onions are showing out, and it's time to get those lawnmowers out.
That it is. I know I need to do a little cutting there at Rent Right just to lop off the top a little bit and get ready for the season.
That's right. That's 100% correct. We're seeing a lot of service. I want to remind everybody about our quality lawnmower services, parts and service, and we get them in and get them out hopefully quickly.
Yes. We are covered up in the shop right now. We've got mowers all over the back pad, but even with so many services and repairs coming in for the beginning of season, we're still getting them knocked out in about a week or less.
We are.
Even with so many that come in. 6 in a day is not uncommon.
That's right.
At this point.
We're washing, we're cleaning, changing batteries, belts, blades, getting it done. The guys are working hard.
Yeah, every time you bring in a mower to Rent Right, we take it off to the wash pad and clean it up before the mechanics even touch it, so that when you get your equipment back, your mowers, they're going to be cleaner than when you brought them.
We're doing a NASCAR service. You guys call it NASCAR, meaning fast.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's got several points of check, and the guys go through it. Final check, they'll get it out and then run it and make sure it's mowing great, mowing level, check tires, belts, batteries, all those things, all those components.
Yeah, we go through a series of checks no matter what mower we go through, no matter which service you want. We have 2 different services that we offer, which is the NASCAR, like you mentioned, which we change the oil filter, air filter, fuel filter, and spark plugs. We sharpen your blades or see if those blades are wore out and it's time for a new set, and we do that for $179.99. And then the Econo service, that just changes your oil filter. Of course, we go through all those checks, and then we check, sharpen your blades, and see if you need new ones, and that one is $94.99.
One of the things, Tyler, that I see some through the years is folks trying to get all the mileage they can out of blades.
Yeah.
And when you begin to get cracks and chips, they become dangerous.
Yes.
So it's a good opportunity during these services to go ahead and check the blades, get the guys to get them up in the air, get them on the rack, and check what's going on under that deck.
Absolutely. As you know, we are your Hustler Turf, Kawasaki, Crest, and DeWalt dealer. We have everything you need to make your lawn look sharp.
That's right. Yards are really looking good around the county. Grass is greening up a little bit. And, a level cut is keeping those yards really fresh looking. A good cut, good clean cut around the flower beds and so forth. So we offer that with Hustler equipment.
Absolutely, and over time your deck can get a little bit out of level. So it's important that if you've got some your lawn that's looking a little bit like the deck isn't level, bring it on in. We've got a system that we can take and sit it on blocks, make sure we can get it back level so it's cutting perfect every single time like it's supposed to.
One of the things we're doing a little bit different, you're leading the way on this, I just want to remind everybody, is not only Hustler mowers, but we're taking in other brands this year.
Absolutely.
For service. And so give us a call, and we also offer pickup and delivery.
Yes, we do.
If needed. So call and find out about that, 762-8187. You can contact us through our website, I believe, now.
Yes, you can. You can go in and ask for a quote or set up a pickup and delivery. It'll send us an email. We'll either call you or email you back to set everything up. So you can do it right there from the website. That is rentrightequipment.com.
That's right. A lot of equipment, a lot of new pictures on there. Hustler mowers are on there. Crest, DeWalt, I believe, is new photos on the website. A lot of rental equipment that's been updated on the website. So spend some time, look around, right equipment for those projects.
Absolutely. And if your mower has seen better days and you think it's time to upgrade, we have a lot of inventory as far as our Hustler mowers go. We have the Raptor X, which comes in a 42 and a 54-inch cut. We also have the XD, which comes in a 48, 54, or 60-inch cut, and the same with the XDX. We also have the Fast Track and the Fast Track SDX, which is coming into your more commercial, your bigger yards. If you're farmers, you've got a good bit of land to cut. Those Fast Tracks and Fast Track SDXs are perfect and on into the fully commercial zero-turn mowers with your X1, Super Z Hyperdrive. And one of our favorites that we got in just a couple of weeks ago is the Super Z Hyperdrive 72-inch cut.
It's a fabulous looking mower. It's a fabulous cut with that big 72. Not just width, but the cut quality is fabulous.
Right.
It's got the built-in hydraulic oil cooler sitting on top that's thermostatically controlled, kicks in and out. This is for the guy or girl that cuts multiple hours a year. You really got to have something to do.
Right.
So we see a lot of those in parks, park and recreation departments, maybe state parks. So if you're on the bid list, if you're listening today, working for the county or the state or school system, please give us a call and we can walk you through and help you with those bid lists.
Absolutely. We've got everything you need. Come on down to Rent Right for all your zero-turn mowers. Of course, we service, but not only do we service Kawasaki, but we also service Kohler and Briggs & Stratton. We are Kohler and Kawasaki dealers, so any kind of warranty things that you need taken care of, you can come to us and we can deal directly with Kawasaki or Kohler. You don't have to worry about it, and we can take care of all of those things under warranty.
That's right.
And warranty is a big thing. It's a really big factor when someone buys or purchases a new mower. Your warranty is just how much does the company you're buying for back up their product.
100%. And I sing this song a lot, and I think you'll back me up on it, is we really ask a lot of, I call them backroom questions.
Right.
With the tech departments from the vendors that we have, the manufacturers that we handle. I want to know how they're going to respond in a warranty situation for our customers.
Right.
And we want that process to be easy. We want it to be quick, replace parts that need to be replaced, and good technical information. Hustler provides that. Companies like Barretto that we rent or Kubota, different ones that we use provide really good service. I got one I want to ask you about.
Okay.
Going back to Hustler. Now, I saw on the sale floor a model called Dash.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now that you've got one of the smallest lawnmowers on the front sales floor that I've ever seen.
Yes.
A 34-inch deck. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So the Dash XD has got a 34-inch or a 42. Depending on what you're looking for. They're rated for around an acre to 2 acres is really what they're best for, any kind of residential. You don't need a super massive mower, but they've still got a welded steel frame. So even though they're smaller, they don't lack anything in strength. And as far as the 34-inch cut, it allows you, if you do have a smaller yard, you can get through small gates that you can walk through. Makes it really maneuverable and easy to get around flower beds and any things you've got pretty close together. It makes it a whole lot easier for all of that. And I believe they have a 2-year, 200-hour warranty as well.
That's right. What price range that little guy?
I mean, I believe you're looking at about 37.
Yeah. Okay. You can finance it 0%.
For 48 months. For the 34-inch, if you finance it for 48 months with qualifying credit, you can have a payment of about $89 a month.
$89. Yeah. You're in the mowing business. So
Yep.
It's a little guy. I call it a keychain. So, I see the big 72 commercial mower sitting there. Then I see the my favorite keychain mower of the 34. So
yeah, it's a great little mower running those Kawasaki FR 600s. Great little cut machine.
You've sold one or two of those.
I have.
Yeah.
I have. Just about 2 weeks ago now.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Yeah. moving out and
Yeah.
cutting some grass.
Now tell me about what you've sold this week, or the last couple of weeks.
So the latest one, sold it yesterday, was the stand-on 52-inch commercial cutter. It was a Super S.
Super S.
The model name.
And what application would you use a stand-on mower?
So a lot of commercial guys use them just because of how easy it is to get on and off. So if you're cutting residential or there's debris and tree limbs and things on the ground, or you've got to pick up, if say a lot of guys that cut around gas stations that have those kind of things, there's going to be more trash and debris in the yard. So it's easier just to step off, walk around, than have to get up, stop the mower, all those kind of things. It just makes it a lot more user-friendly for those kind of applications. Maneuverability, you have a really good sight. You can see really well being that high up. And it's a commercial. It's got the FX 850, so a 27 horsepower engine that just won't quit.
Fantastic mower. Still the hydro gear pumps.
Yes.
It's just in a different form. You're actually standing up. Very good getting through gates and residential applications. So commercial mower used in residential applications does fabulous.
Absolutely.
What are some other models that you've sold the last few weeks?
So we sold a Super Z, one of our demos.
Right.
We got out there, and we do have demo products as far as our commercial line goes that you can come out and look at and test drive. And we've got some grass out on the back that you are more than welcome to see the cut quality there at Rent Right. And we can let you see all that it'll do, just see how fast it'll go. So the X1 will go 12 mile an hour. 12 mile an hour, it'll get up and go.
That's right. I believe that hyperdrive will run 22. So you're not going to mow that fast, of course, but moving from mowing area to mowing area, that's what that speed's for.
Yeah, and all of them have those little wheelie wheels in the back, keep you
wheels.
In the back to keep you from popping a wheelie too high.
That's right. You mentioned quality, not fancy but functional.
Yeah.
And two blade system on everything, and very easy to not only maintenance, but to slip a belt back on or off if you're out in the field, and you may lose a belt. So very functional.
One of my favorite things about it is the foot pan.
Foot pan. Yeah.
So your feet are going to sit on something, but you've got a bolt that you can take out and lift the foot pan up, and it opens up all the pulleys and belts that are on your deck, so that if you get some debris or a stick that gets in and pops your belt off, you can put it back on really easily without having to lay down under the mower, trying to go up under there. It just makes those simple fixes a whole lot easier and a lot more simple.
I want to encourage our current Hustler customers. If you need parts breakdowns, all that is online, hustlerturf.com. You can get there through the Rent Right Equipment website also, or just call or come by. We'd be glad to help you with parts. We keep a lot of parts. Talk to us about some of the parts that you're keeping in inventory.
So we keep pretty much all the belts that you're going to need. We've got an entire aisle of just belts for different mowers. We keep spindles, we keep pulleys, we keep those dampeners that go on your arms. We've got even those things, you may not even know what it is, but those are the kind of things that we keep from your little springs and pulleys to keep your mower up and running. We've got all kinds of parts to keep you going.
Okay. All right. What else you got there, big boy?
Well, we've got some show and tell items. So as you know, we are your Cress and DeWalt dealer for outdoor power and lawn and garden equipment. And one of my favorite little guys is this guy right here. This is the pruner chainsaw.
All right. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, it'll get up and go. Which, for pruning trees.
Hold it over here a little bit where everybody can see that.
All right, how
there
about
you
that?
go.
There.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Right, there we go. So you can see as it goes, it still takes your bar and chain oil, keep your chain running the way it's supposed to. It's got this little guard, keep you from cutting something you don't want to.
Wow.
Keep that on there. And then also we've got your DeWalt. It's a little bigger model, a little heavier
Oh, yeah.
Again, for your bar and chain oil, battery goes here. It's got that extra place here.
Wow.
So it is ready to go.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you got some specials right now that you were telling me about with more purchase and you can go shopping with DeWalt shopping.
Basically. So if you buy a Hustler Raptor, whether it's the X, XD, or XDX, you get $350 in DeWalt credit. And then if you get into the fast tracks, you get $600 worth. So not only
Wow.
can you get a string trimmer, you can get a blower, you can get one of these saws, a chainsaw. We even have pole saws. So as far as the things you're going to need to keep your place trimmed up and looking nice, we've got what you need.
Tell me about a pole saw. Tell everybody about the uses for a pole saw.
So basically, you're trimming trees, and those limbs are pretty far up there, higher than you want to try with a ladder or anything like that. Simply get a pole saw. All the ones, not only do we have them to rent, we do have them to rent, and we also have them to sell. That you can trim your trees, trim bushes high up in the air. That's a lot safer than trying to get up on a ladder or climb a tree and cut some branches. To just prune up your trees, make them look nice, especially with fruit trees. You know, you've got to do a lot of pruning to keep those to where they're producing the amount of fruit that you want. It takes a little bit of work, and we want to make your workload easier.
One of the most aggravating things to me, mowing and limbs are slapping you in the face.
Yeah.
And you know, your professional or commercial model Hustler mowers, they come with a roll bar,
Right.
safety roll bar, and of course those can fold back as needed. But wouldn't it be handy to have a saw on the mower with you, trimming those limbs, so you don't have to fool with those things all summer long?
Absolutely. No more getting smacked in the face.
No more getting smacked in the face.
Well, at least not on the lawnmower.
That's right.
So some of the things that we have at Rent Right, we've talked about all the DeWalt and Crest, but I just want to let you know that we've also got case knives.
Case knives.
I sold one today.
That's fabulous. Case
Yes.
knife, pocket knives,
Right.
right in the front showroom. Nice display, and I believe that's a new item for us this year.
It is. It's coming in. We got it just before Christmas, and it did really well with that. And, of course, case, XX, carbon steel. And then we also have your old timer, some other brands, Schrade, all that kind of stuff to get you a pocket knife. So if you're coming in to rent or you want to buy a lawnmower, you can also pick up a pocket knife, whether you want one for yourself or for a gift.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. I love good pocket knives. I want to remind everybody also, as Tyler's wearing the Hustler caps and T-shirts, we've got those available.
Yes, we do.
For sale. Of course, you're going to get one if you buy a mower, and or a regular customer. We're going to make sure you got a good cap. So, want to say something about that. All right. What else we got going on?
So we've talked about all the lawn and garden, and we'll come back to that at the end. But let's talk about some of our rentals.
Yeah, that's the name of our company, isn't it?
That's it, Rent Right. So I really just wanted to highlight some rental items that you may not think about all the time. It might be more situational rentals, like a drain snake or those kind of things where when you need them, boy, you just really need it.
That's right.
And so one of the things I want to highlight is our dehumidifiers.
Right.
So these are commercial dehumidifiers. They're made by Vantage. They're 2200 commercial. The unit returns warm and dry air back into the environment, so it's pulling out all that moisture. It's returning it warm and dry, and it removes 225 pints per day.
That's right. It'll do it too.
Yes.
For homes that maybe water leaks or unforeseen situations where you need to get rid of some humidity and floor damage or wall damage. These are very heavy duty units.
Yes.
That it has drain hoses on it where you can run the hoses outside. You can run them into a sink, so forth. So it's a little different than a little residential unit.
Right.
These are commercial units. Oftentimes, if you're working with a insurance company, the insurance companies will help you pay for the rentals. So keep that in mind if you run into a situation that you're trying to get some restoration done quickly. And we also have blowers.
Yes, we do. The floor fans, they're designed specifically to just blow on the floor. So if you've got a pipe bust, you're trying to get some water cleaned out, or you've got some flood damage, you want to dry out your floors to try and clean all that up, they're going to work perfect. You can change the pitch of the blade so it sends it out the way you want it to. Also, we've seen a lot of people that are sealing concrete and other things. They want to dry that off really quick. You can use these floor fans to help get you a leg up on that.
We rent those by the day, week, or month.
Yes.
And they're fair price. They're not expensive rentals, so you can get those jobs done. And keep in mind, and oftentimes, if you have homeowners insurance, they'll reimburse you for these rentals.
Absolutely. And just to let you know, we have got multiples. So we have 3 of the dehumidifiers and about, I'd say, 10 or 12 of the floor fans.
That's right.
So when it comes to an emergency and you really need it, we've got you taken care of where you don't have to wait for it.
You know, and I want to say something even to our restoration friends.
Yeah.
If you need extra units, these are your quality. Top quality commercial rigs. It's exactly what the professionals would bring in restoration situations. So give us a call. You can see those online also if you need to do some research on what these machines will do. And we'll guarantee those to do a fabulous job for you.
Absolutely. You can come on down to Rent Right at 721 Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
That's right.
And you can check out rentrightequipment.com, our website. We have pictures of these rental equipment so that if you're looking for it, you can get an idea even before you call.
That's right.
Of what you're looking for. And when you do call, we are happy to help you and guide you in the right pieces of equipment for whatever situation that you're in, whether it is you're going to need a dehumidifier or you are putting in a driveway and you need to spread some gravel. We're here to help you. We've got the information. We've got the know-how to be able to get you the equipment and show you how to use it to get your job done right. But now, let's talk about the new kid on the block.
Yeah.
This is one of our newer items, and it's called a hydroxyl generator.
Wow, you're going to have to explain that term for us.
So, hydroxyl generators are a type of air purification system, okay, and that produce hydroxyl radicals and oxidizers. And if you want to look more into that, you can type all that in, figure out more about it. It's a complicated process, but it's not complicated in how you use it.
That's right.
So it's a lot of scientific jargon, and a lot of smart people have gotten together to create these things, but it's not hard to use. So basically it's going to look like a square box fan.
Yep.
But it can decompose airborne chemicals, pollutants, and organic contaminants. It cleans the air, it takes out bad smells, and leaves your place smelling fresh. So basically, all of the particles that are in the air, so especially if you've just gotten done with the humidifier and the floor fans, you've got that musty smell and you want to get rid of it. It takes and it pulls all those particles through, and it has a UV light. Much like the sun purifies our own air, it pulls it through those UV lights and it dries out those particles, and they've dropped to the floor, and what comes through is going to be clean, fresh air. And it's very safe. So a lot of people, you've seen the ozone generators, that you would have to clear out a space completely. You'd have to clean out, there were not any people around, and it's going to ozone everything and clean all that up. But that doesn't work when you still need people working in a space. So this is a completely safe and clean way to get those smells and odors and clean the air and get rid of all that musty and mold and things that's hang out in the air.
That's right. Actually, what it go a little deeper on what it does, it actually breaks up molecules.
Yeah.
That hold bad smell. And I personally have used this. We've got a large space, one of our buildings at Rent Right. I've used it in there. You need to let it run for a few days. It's not a quick deal, but it also requires humidity.
Yes.
And so you actually have to keep humidity in the air, and we provide a system for that where you can keep humidity close to it. Works well, and I've got a testimony of it working and doing a good job in one of our old buildings that was closed up for 3 or 4 years.
Right. So we offer DeWalt tools at Rent Right, from pole saws to pruners, like you saw last week. If you tuned in last week, I had those DeWalt pruners that they're just my favorite thing to play with. But we've got all that kind of equipment, from Crest outdoor power, trimmers, and blowers. I don't know if you've ever tried Crest. I know they're new to the American market. Not a lot of people have heard about them. But come on down to Rent Right and just
Crest.
try them out.
Yep, there's the logo.
Yeah, right there. They're originally out of Germany. Come on in and give them a try and feel the power of their battery technology.
Yep.
That's really their claim to fame, is just the power that they can produce from a battery that you store and hold onto the machine.
You're giving folks an option with DeWalt, which is well known, and also a new kid on the block in Crest, German technology, hanging their hat on battery life and power. They're here to stay. They'll be around a while.
Right. And also, let's talk Barretto.
Barretto, new brand that we're in the trenchers. We rent a lot of trenchers.
Yes, we do.
The Barretto brand is brand new to us, American-made equipment. We use Barretto in trenchers and also with stump grinders.
Yes, absolutely. So the Barretto trencher will dig 5 to 6 inches wide. So if you're putting in any kind of drain, that 4-inch drain pipe, that is going to be perfect for that corrugated pipe to put in drains, to move the water away from the sides of buildings and all that kind of stuff. Also for just water lines or power, because it will dig 36 inches deep. The best thing that I like about the Barretto trencher is the backfill blade.
Backfill blade. Explain that to us.
So I don't know if you've ever used a trencher, but if you do, you know that you've got to fill it in with a shovel, which saves your back digging, but you're still going to have to fill it in.
That's right.
The backfill blade fits onto the front of the machine. You lift the boom all the way up. It fits in there. It's already tilted to one side, so you make a couple of passes on each side of your trench, and it fills it back in for you.
Oh, that's perfect.
And it's a $25 add-on.
Wow.
But it'll save you, depending on how long your trench is, it'll save you a couple hours and save your back, basically.
Oh, that's great.
And that's the business we're in,
Yeah.
is saving your back.
Yeah. Saving backs and saving time
That's it.
and saving money.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And as for the stump grinder, we've got some videos up on Facebook. You can go to Rent Right on Facebook and look us up there. We've got some videos on the Barretto trencher and the stump grinder, and you can watch them work right there. Not only that, but if you go to rentrightequipment.com, you can see pictures of them and all that kind of stuff as well. And it will do any size stump that you've got.
That's right.
All hydraulic. It's on tracks. You don't have to push it around anymore. And it's got the wheel that spins. It's got the teeth on it, and it leaves that stump looking just like fresh powder.
Carbide teeth that are changeable on the head. Fully hydraulic swinging grinder head that you stand on that machine, and that you move back and forth. And you mentioned tracks, rubber track. Explain to everybody wheels versus tracks and the advantage of the tracks.
So with tracks, basically you're going to get better traction because in any kind of mud, your wheels are going to bury up because there's more pounds per foot or pounds per inches on your wheels. So all of the weight of the machine, whether it's a skid steer or a trencher or anything, if it's on wheels, all of your weight's going to be on those places. With a track, it takes and spreads it all out so that the weight is more evenly distributed, so that you can move a lot of different areas a lot more effectively and keep traction. And it just works really well. I mean, that's why they put them on tanks.
Yeah, that's true. Ours are rubber, rubber tracks, and we have several pieces of equipment with rubber tracks. And, trenchers nowadays, and stump grinders, mini skid machines, mini excavators. So we're used to rubber tracks, and I believe our customers are too. So you can get jobs done. You can get in the field quicker during the rainy season. Now you can get stuck, and sometimes you get yourself in a bind thinking that maybe I can get it done because of the rubber tracks. But overall, you're correct. It'll save your turf
Yes,
in
it
the long
will.
run.
Yeah, it will not rut near as badly. Biggest thing on all this equipment, no matter what it is to remember to be safe. Anybody can run out there and do something, but to do it safely and effectively is very important, from whether you're dealing with chainsaws to dealing with tracked equipment. All of it, just remember to be safe, be mindful. Just because you will need to do it quick, sometimes you need to stop, take a step back, and think about the best way to actually get something done.
On occasion, I want to just talk about rates just for a moment. Maybe on a Barretto trencher, a day rate on a Barretto trencher. If somebody wanted to rent one, what can they expect to pay on a daily rent?
So you're looking at $185 a day,
Fair rate.
$120 for 4 hours.
That's right.
And so anytime you get a day rate, you keep it for 24 hours. So whenever you pick it up, if you pick it up at our store at 9 a.m., you bring it back by 9 a.m. the next morning, you've got 8 hours of runtime on the meter. So all of them have an hour meter so that we can keep track of how many hours has been put on the machine, so that, one, we can make sure to take care of all the maintenance things that need to be done. Just like all of our mowers, which we recommend changing the oil and oil filter every 50 hours on all of our gas-powered equipment, that's what we do as well. So that's a way for us to keep track of the equipment, to make sure that it is maintenanced and ready to go and ready when you need to use it.
What about transportation for rental equipment, such as a trencher or a stump grinder?
So all of our rates, if you're within 8 miles of our store at 721 Buffalo Road, it is $40 each way. If it's above that, it's $4.50 a mile.
Okay. Now, a lot of our equipment comes with trailers.
Yes, it does.
So, such as, give us an example.
So
Equipment that a trailer would be included in the rate.
So all of our trenchers come on a trailer. They're sitting on a trailer right now, so as soon as you're ready to pick it up, you can back up to it. Hook up, we'll help you hook up, show you how to use it, check the oil, go through all those checks with you and make sure that it's ready to go. And it takes a 2-inch ball for all of those smaller pieces of equipment like the trencher and the stump grinder, come right on their own trailer. And then your excavators, your mini X's, your skid steers, if we've got a trailer available, they come with it, no extra charge. For those, you have to have at least a 3/4 ton truck to haul it, and they take a 2 5/16 ball. And we also sell trailer hitches. So you need one, we've got them. You can come to us. We've got the hitches, we've got the 2-inch ball, the 2 5/16, everything you need. And if you get a hitch and a ball, we'll put it on for you.
Hey, man, that's right. So that's good. So if somebody comes in and forgets a hitch or needs an extra ball, we can provide that.
Absolutely.
What are some other things that possibly go along with a rental that we may have in our store for sale? Items in the front showroom that you display for sale.
So, as far as things that we've got for sale, we have gas cans. We've got the metal gas can, 5 gallons. I was talking to one of our customers, one of our contractors. He's a handyman around, and the metal gas can is not the cheapest thing in the world as far as gas cans go.
That's right.
But I told him, I'm like, this is going to make your life easier, because not only does it fit the standards that are put on us by a state that shall remain unnamed, I think we all know, that they have those annoying gas nozzles that you have to squeeze and push down. This has a handle that you grab, that you squeeze it, it pulls it up. It's got a funnel right on the end that you can pour your gas, and then you let it go. It stops it. It's easy to use. You don't have to fiddle with it. And it was around, I think it was around $80 for that can. And he bought it one day, and he's like, man, that's expensive for a gas can. And just today he came back in. He said, man, I may not have liked the price right off, but I love that gas can.
Yeah, they're all approved.
Yes, absolutely.
They're top quality, and we're actually mandated in our shop to use those type of cans. So if you're looking for great fuel cans and some other products, I know that we sell that are add-on sales for us.
Yeah, we've also got paint. So if you're running waterline or you're running those different kind of things, we have the orange spray paint so that you can get your line out so it doesn't come out looking crooked as a dog's hind leg.
Yeah.
And make sure that you get everything where you want it to go.
Yeah, open at 7:30.
Yes.
Monday through Friday. Close at 4. So if you're running close on time, we don't mind waiting on you.
Absolutely.
So
we did that today.
Everybody, remind everybody about our times. So what else you got going on at the store?
So I just wanted to talk a little bit about our dump trailers.
Okay.
We rent dump trailers, so if you've got to move some gravel or move some dirt around, we've had one that was actually at the Lawrenceburg Golf and Country Club today.
Yeah.
Had a dump trailer out there. They're working on the greens and working on the yard with it, so that's a good thing for us and a good thing for them.
Yeah.
They can move things around and load, so whether you're moving dirt or gravel, we've got the dump trailers for you. And not only do we have them to rent, we do have one in stock to sell.
We do.
And those are made by Down to Earth Trailers out of Baxley, Georgia.
Yeah.
Heavy built, made here in the States. It's a great working trailer.
Yeah, and we can finance trailers also.
Yes,
we
we can.
Remind people. We can special order trailers, keep a few in stock for show and tell.
Mm-hmm.
And love to talk to you about trailers and experience on trailers. And, if you need some lighting, tail light work and all those kind of things, I'm sure we can work it in for you.
Absolutely. We can take care of all those kind of things. Mm-hmm. And now, the best kept secret in Lawrence County.
What's that?
We sell we rent scaffolding.
Scaffolding.
It's not a glorious item.
No, it's old school stuff.
It is. But when you need it, you sure need it.
That's right.
And it doesn't matter if it's old school because old school works.
It does work.
And so all of our scaffolding is 5 by 5 by 7. So 5 feet wide, 5 feet tall, and 7 feet long.
That's right.
You can stack them up as high as you need to go. We also have walkboards, aluminum walkboards to go with it. 3 aluminum walkboards will cover the entire top. And then we also have casters. So if you're working in new homes and you're putting up shiplap on a vaulted ceiling, which I've done a little bit of, you want a good piece of scaffolding to get you up there. It's a whole lot easier than a ladder.
That's right. How many sets of scaffolding you reckon we own?
Around 35, 36.
So I'm not going to do the math right quick. We can get pretty high. But after 3 sets, we'll need to tie it off.
Right.
4th set, 5th set, we'll need to tie it off somehow to make it safe.
Yes.
But, we rent a lot of scaffolding for painting,
Yes.
sheetrock work, interior and exterior work. Just remind everybody that we could sell some scaffolding along the way.
Yeah.
If you need a piece or two or braces, we'll be able to fix you up. Just swing by and let's talk about scaffolding.
Absolutely. And then we also have a linoleum roller.
Wow. Boy, that's an exciting item.
Oh, I know. But that's the thing is I wanted to highlight items that most of the time people don't think about.
Yeah.
You don't think about them until you need them. And so when you're laying out some linoleum on your
When's
floor.
the last time you bought a linoleum roller?
I ain't never bought one.
I haven't either, but I sure have rented a lot of them.
Yeah.
For years.
So it is 2 foot wide and 100 pounds. So it gets all of it laid out flat, looking like you don't want bubbles or creases or anything. So it helps take care of all that. No muss, no fuss. A good linoleum roller. We also have a carpet stretcher.
Yeah.
So when you're putting in new carpets, we've got all those kind of things to help you and take care of you.
I think you're identifying items that are not on people's radar, but they want to do these home improvement projects, and they want to do it themselves.
Yeah.
So, or it might be a small contractor, 2 guys working out the back of a truck needing to complete a job, which we have a lot of in Lawrence County.
Yes, we do.
And surrounding counties. So give us a call on those items, and let's talk about those items, those well-kept secret items that are used maybe once or twice a year that we can help you with. We've probably got them in stock.
Absolutely. Also, when it comes to taking up floors, a lot of people have been getting into taking up their old tile, getting ready to tile again. So we have what we call the floor stripper.
Floor stripper.
Made by Tile Shark.
That's right.
And so it is great for taking up bits of tile. moving those floors, getting the grout and everything, getting them lifted up so that you can clean that area.
Yeah.
But also, we've got little jackhammers that have have a blade that goes on the end of them that can also get up under there if you're in more tighter spaces, or you've got some really big big pieces of tile you're trying to get up that really help. We had one of those come back today as well.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
these projects are going on, and we know that you're thinking about them, wanting to better your home and make it look like you want. So we want to help you do that.
That's right. Keep in mind floor grinding equipment, and we can also hook up a vac system on that floor grinder. The floor grinder is a stand-up unit that would have a diamond head underneath it.
Yes.
It's for prepping concrete floors, and so maybe getting up carpet backing, or maybe an uneven area where you're fixing to put some inlay in that you need to prep for epoxy or for linoleum tile. This is a fantastic unit, easy to use. You don't have to be a professional to use it. Runs on 110 volts. It's a really good renter. So you can be the hero right there with that floor grinder.
Absolutely. We also got floor polishers. So if you're wanting to polish your floor up, make it look nice. But one of the cool things about that is we also carry sanding screens to go underneath the pad, so that if you are having to take down a little bit or just scuff up the floor a little bit, they work really well for that. We've got one that's supposed to go out this weekend that they pulled up some carpet. They've got a little residue left from the glue that put down the carpet, and they're going to use it to get it up off the concrete.
You know, if you're in the paint business, if you're a painter or if you're a paint retailer, we'll be glad to work with your customers or yourself with these rentals. So just give us a call and we can work together on getting these projects done.
Absolutely, and they do have different grits as far as the paper goes. We have from 60 up to 120 when it comes to the sanding screens that go on the floor buffers. But we also have different aggressiveness of the pads that go under the machine itself. So you have your black pad, your green pad, your red pad, and then your white pad. So it's just going to go straight down the line. The white pad is going to be the polish, going to make sure that floor shines, and then the black pad is going to be your most aggressive. So it just goes in that spectrum right there to just tackle anything that you've got to tackle.
Different size buffers that we have, 17 and 20 inch to fit what you've got going. And again, we'll be glad to show you how to use those. And one of the things too is on the sanding screens, that's a carbide sanding screen, so you can use both sides of it, and you're going to get some extra life out of those sanding screens for your projects. On supplies, take more than you need. We'll encourage you to take extra paper with you. Non-used paper or pads, we'll take those back.
Right.
So if you're doing a weekend job, you're not going to run out of supplies. We're going to make sure that you don't run out. So call ahead for those items, and want to remind everybody to reserve those items ahead of time.
Absolutely. That's an important rule of thumb no matter which item you're going for, that as soon as you know the day that you want to tackle that job or that home improvement gig, just call in and reserve it to make sure that it doesn't go out when you need it. We're more than happy if you give us a call to reserve it and hold it for you for a few days, so that you know it's there and we know that you're going to come and rent it. So we're really happy to do that, and just make sure that your planning is good.
That's right. Yeah. What else we got going on, Tyler?
So again, we've got our zero-turn mowers as far as the season is coming out. So always here. Come on down to Rent Right at 721 Buffalo Road. Been there since 1978.
78. It's been a minute, as somebody is beginning to say.
Yeah.
And we've had a lot of good customers through the years. I call them lifetime customers, and I think back on occasion some of our very first customers. And we've seen a lot of people come and go. A lot of projects have used Rent Right equipment through the years around town. So we're so appreciative of good partners and friends. It's a treat of mine. Even today, I don't work the front showroom much anymore, but I get to visit with folks that I've known for 20, 30, sometimes 40 years. And that is absolutely a treat to me to be able to say, hey, and how you doing? And we're seeing grandsons now that
Right.
have, in certain situations, have taken over family businesses. So we're grateful, and it's just a lot of fun through the years. And we've grown through the years, and we keep some really good people. We've got some really good employees, from our repair techs to truck drivers to our office people, and also our sales staff. You do a great job for us in the front.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Sticking in the same vein with mowers and yard equipment, lawn and garden, one of the big popular items right now, of course, it's spring, has been the aerator.
Aerators. Let's talk about aeration just a minute.
So it's always important, beginning in your spring and also in the fall, to aerate your ground. It breaks down so it's not compacted, so it keeps your root system on your grass strong and healthy. It also opens up so that moisture can get down in there as spring comes in, to keep your grass lush. And also whenever you lime or fertilizer your ground, it gets down in there, so it gets down into the roots. It doesn't just stay on the surface, so it actually does the job that it's supposed to do. And so we've got two different aerators. We've got the 4-foot towable, and then we've got the 2-foot walk-behind aerator that is self-propelled. So if you're small yards, that's going to work really great. And if you just want to pull it with your mower and you've got a little bit bigger space, we've got what it is. And they're plug-type aerators, so they take a plug out of the ground. So it's not just scratching it up; it's actually getting into the soil.
Yeah, it's about a 3/4 plug, about big as your thumb. In depth, I believe you can add weight on the top of that aerator.
Yes.
To add a little more depth to the tines, we call them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we've also got a bed edger. So you're going through, you're doing your flower beds, getting ready. You're going to be doing some mulching soon. We've got your bed edger to help you with that. One cool thing that I got a call about today that we have is a little edger, and it's for putting in small wires, like putting in dog wire or all that kind of stuff. It's a little walk-behind piece of equipment. You don't need a very wide ditch. All you need is just basically to scratch the ground a little bit so that you can lay the wire in and cover it back up.
2 or 3 inches below. I think it'll go up to 6 inches deep.
I believe it will.
If you set it depth. Let's go back to the bed edger. That machine actually cuts a V, and you can steer it. You can have a some form of a circle, and you work using it working backwards. So you're cutting about a 4-inch depth in a V shape. It makes your flower beds just a little bit unique.
Right. Gives you anything that chance to pop. I know anytime you put out your flowers, you want to enjoy it, but also you want people that drive by to be like, that's nice.
Yeah, and I keep saying that our places around Lawrence County, the improvement over the years, especially people taking pride in their landscape, and just a little update. And the thing I've noticed through the years, it's not the newer homes that are really sharp. It's the ones that are 30 and 40 years old, sometimes 50-year-old homes that are really kept nice. And they're going to the extra mile. They're doing the bed edging. They're putting in some decorative fencing. We rent post hole diggers for fencing.
Yes, we do.
That are hydraulic, that are very easy to use. Those specialty products, specialty pieces of equipment that we'll be glad to help you with.
Absolutely. The one-man post hole digger is a really good piece of equipment. You can pull it behind your vehicle. It has the tongue that is underneath it. You can take that out so you wheel it around where you want. You can get a bit from 4 to 12 inches, depending on how big you need your hole.
That's right.
So if you're putting concrete around it or anything like that, we have a lot of the fence contractors that come in that need one for a job or two, and they'll rent it and bring it back the next day.
That's right. A couple other things that I'm thinking of right now is generators that we rent and also we sell. Hustler provides a really good generator. Manufactures a really good generator.
Absolutely. We've got a couple of different sizes. We've got the 2200 watt. which is the inverter generator. So that's the quiet little fella. So if you're out on a job and you need to charge your batteries for your hand equipment, I don't know about you, but when I work construction, there's nothing more annoying than a generator running all the time.
That's right.
Or an air compressor running all the time.
Yep.
So this thing, it's really quiet. You're able to keep all your batteries charged, maybe your chop saw going without just busting your eardrums all the time. So we've also got a 5,500 watt generator and then an 8,500 watt generator that we rent, and we also have those in stock to sell right now at rentrightequipment.com. You can see them there on our website or come down to 721 Buffalo Road. We can help you out with all your kind of needs for that.
That's right. Lifts, we've got 55-foot lifts. We got 34-foot lifts available mostly every day.
Absolutely. So a lot of different applications you can use them for. They're towable. They have feet that go down to stabilize them, get them level. That way you make sure you're safe whenever you're up there. And you can trim trees, clean gutters, hang Christmas lights, paint, all the different things that you can do. We had a customer come in for one of our scissor lifts. It's a 19-foot scissor lift. They were working on the back of a church doing some plumbing, and it did a great job for them. They were able to get up under where they would need to get to and do all the work. And all of them are, the 55-foot and the scissor lifts are battery equipment, so we charge them up, so whenever you get them, they are ready to run. So you don't have to worry about keeping gas in them. But if you are in a place where you don't have a place to plug them in, they also have a place where you can run a generator as well to keep them charged up and ready to go and do what you need to do.
Yeah. A rent by the day, week, or sometime months at a time that they will have available. What's the oddest? I want to ask you a question. What's the most strange piece of equipment that somebody has contacted you for to rent?
The most strange piece of equipment.
Maybe something that we had or didn't have. What's something just off the wall that somebody has contacted you and want to know if you had to rent? Anything
that's a hard one.
Stands out. Okay, that's homework for you.
I guess so. We'll do next week the most off the wall rental equipment. Okay, is that gonna be a new segment?
I don't know. It could be. We could offer that to our listeners and something off the wall that possibly that would be kind of crazy. Right.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that. You popped a new one on me. But one thing I do want to do is I want to thank the people who have purchased Hustler mowers from us this past anytime at all, especially, but the past few that we've had, we really appreciate our customers.
Right.
Whether it's rental customers or lawn and garden customers, it doesn't matter. We just really appreciate you. If it wasn't for you, this old boy wouldn't have a job.
That's right. We appreciate them.
We want to take care of you. We're not just here to sell you something and get you out the door. As Kawasaki, Kohler, and Hustler dealers, we want to take care of you years down the road.
Yep.
It's not about a quick sale and get you out. It's about relationships and knowing who you are and saying hey when you're walking through town.
That's it. We've been selling mowers since 2003. Sold the first year, I think we sold one or two. But now we're up to hundreds, and we might. I don't have any clue how many we've sold. That'd be a good project for you to figure out how many we've sold.
Better write this down. I've got 2 projects for next week.
And get back with us. Okay, what else?
How long we got?
You got like 3 minutes.
Well, what else, Tyler? FedEx.
Yes, we do have FedEx. We do ground FedEx and also express. So we can create you a label. You just come on in the store with your package. We put it on a scale, weigh it out, measure it out, put in the dimensions. We get your address. You shipped with us before. That way it has a return address on it. We can't ship to a P.O. box.
Right.
That's going to be something that the Postal Service will do.
Yeah.
But we can ship anywhere in the United States.
Right.
And be same day or ground. Doesn't matter. We can create you a label, or if you have a label, you can also just drop it off to us.
Right. If you Google, I want to remind people of this. If you Google, Rent Right Incorporated is going to pop up. So just feel comfortable. We take shipments at $2 to all day long, but they ship out starting around 2.
So they're allowed, the FedEx drivers, they can come in anytime after 2 p.m. So if you need a package to get out that day, it's the safest bet to get it there before 2 p.m.
Okay, that's all I got.
That's all I've got. Well,
Already?
yeah. Well, come on down to Rent Right.
Walking out.
Oh my goodness.
You gonna say bye?
Yeah, I'll say bye. All right, come on down to Rent Right at 721 Buffalo Road. We can help you out.